It has been a long Sunday. I mean, I'm not talking like it's not 24 hours like the
Yeah,
rest of them.
right.
It just has. It just
Just
felt.
felt long.
It felt long. I mean, at the store today, it was one of those like it was like a trickle at the very beginning because that's Sundays typically. Like it'll trickle at the very beginning and then all of a sudden it'll be like, I need it all. But it was just. You ever have people that have more questions than you have answers?
Yes.
I run into that quite often, and I don't enjoy that because a lot of times some of the questions that you like, hey, when are they going to bring out any good mods?
Yeah, jeez. You get that so much.
The answer, buddy, never again.
Dude,
Never
have
again.
you seen the new ones
Well,
we got?
oh yeah, I
The
think
Lost Vape ones?
are those new, or I thought those were like some older styles that we had just picked up.
I mean, we picked them up. I don't know if they're how new they are as far as from that company, but the new ones to the shop.
Hmm.
I opened one of them.
Mhm.
It was not what I expected in the least.
Was it plastic?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, because it says ultralight, which it
I
is.
would think anodized aluminum.
Yeah, because I mean, just the picture didn't quite tell you unless you looked at it close. Because there was one that was like a pink to light green kind of gradient. I'm like, that might be really cool looking,
Hey,
like kind of mermaidy. And so I opened it, not because I was like, somebody's gonna want to see, and I just went, oh,
yeah, like no, you're not what I
yeah. I
wanted.
was like, swing and a miss.
Hey, and sorry everybody that don't know this, but Tiny and me have been working in the vape industry for quite a while.
Oh yeah,
More on the retail side of things than anything. I mean, it's kind of wild to be in the situation that's like that direct link between like the consumer and the store
mm-hmm.
because we're both.
Yep,
And the times that we used to be having the most fun within this like the scenario of the vape industry was back whenever we had good devices.
yeah.
And
Like back when it was more of a hobby and not smoking 2.0.
yeah, because I mean
That was the fun
we
times.
knew it was going to end up being smoking 2.0.
We did.
But it was one of those things that back then it was just like if you were going to do it, it wasn't an ease of convenience at that point.
Right.
They had a lot of flavors that were more experimental but awesome. They had a lot of
Oh,
little
did you get that box of stuff Jamie left for you?
what?
The Muffin Man?
Oh, I did, yes, but I
Okay.
didn't actually take it with me.
Yeah, there were two. He said that one was for you.
Mm.
I did a finger taste. Good, but not for me.
It's better vaped than
Oh, I'm sure it is.
because it makes it a little bit smoother off the finger. It's just like apple cinnamon.
Yeah.
It's got a real good fritter taste to it when you vape it.
Yeah, I kind of want to try it vaped. That was the other reason why I asked.
Well, you can have it.
No, I
'Cause I
don't
don't.
want it because I won't vape the whole bottle.
I don't have a vape. I've got this, but it's not you're not using that in this.
Oh, well, I was going to. Jamie told me to open one.
Yeah.
So I opened one and then I was going to bring it to you and I forgot it.
What this?
Yeah, so now you have one.
This is one.
I know. I have one. And I was like, I'm not going to continue to use this probably.
What you put it in it?
A red cherry chew. What else would I put in it?
Does it vape okay in it?
Like the liquid running through it was, yeah, it works great.
It don't put up enough heat unless you
But
vape on it for a few seconds.
yeah, but taste wise,
It's got a nice little hum to it.
yeah. What do you got in yours?
I'm vaping on a cannoli bee gram.
That's a good one.
It is a good one. You see, people, the idea of not smoking a cigarette was so appealing that I decided that I would try technology over a decade ago, and it wasn't always good.
Well,
At
since you're gonna vape, I'm gonna vape.
at the very beginning, what we were going through, Tiny and myself, you see, Tiny still vapes on these big vapes
Yeah,
because
I've tried to switch to the little ones.
he's got this really cool vape that
Hmm.
used to belong to a friend of his.
Yeah.
And the friend of his is like, I'm never going to use this
Yeah,
again.
it was what I would call new old stock
Yeah.
because it was brand new and also 6 years old.
Yeah. I take care of stuff.
Mhm.
But I just,
And now it's like dinged up on the bottom a little bit. Got some paint from our Patreon thing. Which
Oh,
I just
yeah.
noticed the other day, and I was like, well, that's some character.
those little battleships are still cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
Which we're gonna do something else with those on Patreon.
We used to have
probably next week.
we used to have to build our own. See, nowadays people will just either buy a disposable and throw it away whenever they're
Mhm.
done, or they'll buy a tank and they'll just put a plug
Dude,
in.
I've got an RDA built that I've been using at the house.
So an RDA is a rebuildable dripping atomizer. That means that it has a heated coil inside of it that is going to have a strip of cotton running through to provide it with moisture. That
Mhm.
moisture is from a vape liquid that you put onto it. It's propylene glycol and
Yeah,
vegetable glycerin and a little
kind
bit
of
of
works
flavor
like
and
a
nicotine. It
Zippo-ish.
it just goes heat. It's like a toaster tube.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
all it
much.
is.
Pretty much.
You complete you complete a circuit, and the circuit powers the coils to heat up inside of it, and then the coils that heat up then vaporize the liquid content. You do have to put some air with it though, otherwise it's
Oh
just
yeah,
going to sit there and sizzle.
yeah, and then it hurts. But it hit me right in the nostalgia, nostalgia,
Yeah.
because I got the red cherry chew in it,
Yes.
and this is the first flavor that I've had that I've been stuck on, because like I've had like a bottle of something different since we got it in.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've been a single flavor boy,
Well, you've just
and I've never been a single flavor boy.
you're either going to be vaping on that or melons.
Yeah, yeah, that was the last one that I got was melons.
Hmm.
Because like I'd bounce between melons and grapes, sometimes the marketplace, but
Yeah.
you know, I just
You
it's
know,
weird to me.
and something that we haven't thought about in a little while, just because he's busy, and this will probably jog the gnome's memory too, because he'll listen.
Mhm.
We never got your mom on top.
We never did. Nope.
Never did.
Yep. I would still like that, please, sir. Thank you.
Well, it'd be interesting to try, but then at the same time, we run into the conundrum of I don't have a good vape.
I mean, it's true.
I don't know what I would. What am I?
Yeah, it's like I'm sure you've got an RDA or something stuck back
I
there.
don't have nothing.
You don't even have an RDA
I don't
anymore?
got nothing.
How do you not have an RDA
I
somewhere?
sold everything.
Where?
Like, if you have something that's useless to you,
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like the
And then you
secondhand market for vape stuff is basically non-existent anymore.
when you work at vape stores,
I mean,
you find people that say, "Hey, that'd be cool if," and then you say, "Actually, I have," and then you go from there.
Oh.
So then that's
Well,
how you
see-
end up selling carnages for $30.
gotcha. Well, see, a lot of my old vapes, I don't want to sell. I just have them on a shelf. It's like a graveyard.
Mm.
Most of them are in various states of disrepair, except for my mechs. I can't get rid of my mechs. I just don't have that in me. I've gotten rid of a bunch of them, but like I've got my old skeleton key. I can't get rid of that boy.
It could be worse. You could have an entire.
I've got one of the good skeleton key clones. One of them from the lawsuit.
You could have an entire, like, jewelry store's display cabinet worth of dirty pennies.
Yeah,
That's what I call old mods that don't get used, because
yeah.
that's what they end up smelling
Well,
like. is
it's
dirty
like when
pennies.
they go to Jason's case, they're like, "What is that?" I'm like, that's the Museum of Dirty Pennies."
Oh, so that's what I was talking about was Jason's case.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was trying to be mysterious and
No,
cryptic.
Jason already knows I call it that. I think Jamie just realized the other day because he was like, "Where'd you put blah blah blah?" I said, "Oh, it's on the Museum of Dirty Pennies." He's like, "What?" I was like, Jason's little museum cabinet. He goes, "Why do you call it that? Open the door and take a whiff." That's what it smells like. I mean, he's got some cool ones in there, though.
He does. He's also got, I think, now, does he have the silver one in there?
I don't know. I've not looked in there in a while.
I hope the silver one's not in there, because I
He
think,
sold a couple of them.
because I mean, if the silver one is there, I would almost hope that nobody knows it's there, because just its weight in silver would make it worth something.
He's got something. I mean, I don't want to give
Right?
all the information of what he has.
Yeah, no, he's got some
But-
cool stuff.
Yeah, he does.
He's got some history in there. He's also got some it ain't gonna work no more's in there.
Yeah, like the badges that I put in the bottom.
Yes.
I mean, the badges looked cool though, so I felt like they deserved a place in there.
Oh, are those the
there
old?
was a
the
purge pod system in there at one point. I don't know, somebody.
Were the badges
Little
by
bit.
Smock?
No.
Who are the badges by? Because
They
they were some hard hitting pod systems.
Yeah, and they were shaped like a shield.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember who actually made those though.
I want to say Lost Vape.
Because there were a bunch of different vapes over the years, man.
Actually, you're right on the money. It was smoke.
I know some things that amount to nothing. My mom actually says it's called knowing a lot that amounts to nothing.
Yeah.
She's a sweet lady, I promise.
I call it niche information.
I thought that would just be asking your neighbor something.
No, niche. Not niece.
I'm not hearing the difference here, bud.
N-E-I-C-H-E, not N-E-I-C-E.
You spelled the same way.
No, there's the H in there.
That's not nice.
Yeah. Well, the ones at the shop have like the eagle on the front, where all of these right here I'm seeing on the
Internet
search engine is just colors, and those look stupid. Give me that one with the eagle in that fake leather like clamshell box.
He's got a big DNA box in there from back when everybody liked those customizable billet.
Does he?
Yeah, but it's lipo inside of it's completely dead. Completely shot.
Oh, I hope he's pulled that lipo out.
No,
because that would be the spiciest of pillows at this point, probably.
Wouldn't that be what ends up burning everything down?
Yeah, you should probably
just it popping.
Yeah, he should probably take the lipo out of it.
He'll probably get his memory jogged and watch this.
Because I'm sure there's just a unpluggable part for that.
You know what I think is
because we do have a naughty battery box.
We do have a naughty,
but it's full.
Something I do miss about and I'm not saying it from like a certain standpoint, but I miss expos and the fun.
Yeah,
I miss the fun of being able to go and just see people excited to be there, see people excited about new products.
Oh, yeah, it was like a party, you know?
Not having to push so hard for you to just please notice me, senpai.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was something to where people were genuinely excited about a product they've had or they've got going at their booth because it's not around.
Yeah, and you would get like, event prices so you could find cool stuff to try. There would be, music bumping. There'd be people throwing out free stuff.
There'd be vape girls.
Vape girls. Vape girls were great as a singleman. Yeah, dude, because there's some of them.
That's what they did. That's what they were there for.
That is literally what they were there for.
They drew attention.
To draw you in with their smoking hot bodies.
Tiny had that same thing happen to him at a comic book convention. And it was for a game that he swore was going to be better than Cards Against Humanity. Because
I thought it sounded interesting because she was tall. She was, I think, taller than me.
Had like a Ukrainian accent.
Yeah, like Russian Ukrainian style accent.
Something of the Slavs.
Nice,
nice berries.
Very well built.
Nice berries to her.
Very well built.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, and I got suckered in. I ain't gonna lie.
Tiny pulled me into it like I was supposed to also agree.
It sounded interesting at the time.
And I was already so frustrated with that whole event that even her being a cute lady with a game that could have been interesting didn't even keep me there.
Yeah.
I wanted to just move.
The cute lady wasn't even registered to you anyway. You was married at the time.
Well, the thing that registered to me was her partner that was there with her that spoke an only game show.
Yeah, I was completely ignoring everything he said.
Every time he would say something to you, he would always make sure that it sounded like somebody was in a game show.
Yeah. Well, see, when we walked away, you was like, that's literally Cards Against Humanity. And I was like, was it?
He could have been saying stuff to you like, have you ever stirred mayonnaise with your foot?
Honestly, if he wouldn't have said a single word and she would have been the one talking to me, I probably would have bought something. Not gonna lie, I've done that before. That's how I ended up with a VHS copy of Napoleon Dynamite.
And then you would have ended up in the cult.
No, I wouldn't have got suckered into the cult because I was like, I don't like this guy. Why is he so in my face?
He really wanted to tell you.
At first, I thought he was just dressed up as a character.
Yeah,
I didn't know he was in cult garb.
No, he was in cult garb.
Yeah, because I mean, at a convention like that, you're not sure. I'm like, maybe this is an anime or something because I don't anime. And then I saw like weird stuff, and I'm like, no, this is cult. I should have walked away with that book that he said I could have, and that I sat down and walked away from.
I think there's a new cult documentary on HBO. I think it's called The Cult of the 12 Tribes.
Yeah.
And they have recently got a documentary about them on the HBO. If anybody would like to watch it, I'm going to watch it because it also revolves around the Yellow Deli. And nice. I've seen advertisements for the Yellow Deli several times in places where I've gone to.
I mean, I would try their sandwich.
Would you?
Yeah, why not? I mean, what could be in the sandwich?
Oh, nothing's wrong with the sandwich. It's just the slave labor used to produce it.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the
I just
idea.
knew it was culty,
Well,
but I
that's
didn't know that.
well, that's the thing. Like, if they're a part of it, then they don't get a wage. It's communal
Oh,
kind of thing.
well, so it's communism.
I don't know. It's kind of it's something that I'm gonna have to fully investigate with my eye holes.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things you'd have to look into.
Because I mean, what if they're there and they like it turns out we're eating human meat and all these people that have been like raving about how delicious their Sammys were at Yellow Deli would have to just get the shock of their life finding out they just ate human meat and then they'd be all like, ah!
Oh, gather round, you mates of mine, for tales of nerds and lore. Three best friends on a podcast line with laughs and chats galore. From comics break to movies grand and games we love to play. We'll sail the seas of fandom land in our nerdy way. People raise a glass to the stories we entwine. With laughter loud and knowledge vast, nerded through the grapevine. People, come join the crew, we'll share our tales divine. From D&D to MCU, nerded through the grapevine.
Hi everyone, I'm Austin Shazam Naked Pfeiffer.
And I'm tiny, big, loud. And I'm a good boy. Tiny, the big, loud, juicy, good boy.
And we're Nerded Through the Grapevine, the podcast where your best friends gather weekly to talk about our favorite parts of past, present, and future nerd culture. We're going to talk to you about some survivalist shows today. I've been watching Naked and Afraid, y'all.
He has been.
I've never watched Naked and Afraid until like the past couple weeks. And now I just can't stop watching it. It's like I tried some of that gas station pill.
Yeah.
You know, like they said it was happy O, and I was like, oh, cool, that means orgasm, right? No, turns out now I love opioids.
I mean, we even partook of this show before we started this show.
Yes.
And I'm here to tell you.
No, he got thrown into like one of the worst
Now,
episodes. Nothing's worse than being trapped in the wilderness unless you're trapped in the wilderness with just a total beer.
Yes. Well, and the thing is, like, I've seen this show before, but it's been a long time, and it was just an episode here or there because it just happened to pop up on Discovery. Here's the thing. I forgot exactly what it could be. Now, I did Google a thing because at the very beginning, they're walking to their camp spot, and they're complaining about their feet. And I was like, I'd cut that damn bag and wrap it around my feet. Well, there is a rule that they cannot dismantle the bag. They can put things in it,
So you
but
looked
they
it up.
can't dismantle it. Yes.
Okay.
Because there's like a pocket on the side, because you can kind of see a little bit of a pocket. That's got all their microphone stuff in it. So they can't do anything to the bag.
So
But they can use it as like a rain shield, a pillow, something to sit on.
Yeah.
But they cannot dismantle or dismember the bag. They'll get tapped.
Well, that's crazy. That's good to know.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there like, cut up the bag because, you know, they're hurting their feet. They're getting thorns.
That's
and,
shoes, baby.
Yeah.
Why don't you just you got shoes right there. Can't cut up the bag.
Yep.
As simple as that. The reason that survival shows actually came around, it actually started in the late 1990s with the Survivor television series being, you know, the game show to where they're going to have all these contestants on a desert island and they're going to be competing in challenges and trying to form alliances and all this other stuff, and you get voted off the island, and eventually, that became popular. That was a thing. People enjoyed Survivor.
Yeah, like it was popular for a long time. Like it had spawned so many other series. You know, it wasn't all just competition style. There was just like, we're gonna drop these two dudes that are opposites out in the woods and make them survive, or out in the swamps. Like dual survival.
Yes.
Because you had your hippie kind of guy, then like your ex-military kind of guy.
And in the early 2000s, you had Survivor Man.
Survivor Man was one of my favorites.
Skill-based television.
With Les Stroud.
And then you had the Man versus Wild with Bear Grylls, making
Yeah.
more cinematic shows of stuff with high risk scenarios.
Right. Now,
Which-
I did like when he started doing some celebrities.
Mhm.
You know what the first celebrity that was on? Because I would call it Men versus Wild
What?
at first.
Who was the first?
Take a wild guess. You'll never get it.
I'll never get it.
Will Ferrell. It was one of my favorites because he's like, you just give me the high sign, man, and I will drink my own urine. You know, he's like, you just
Tell me when
tell
it's-
me. Like,
tell me when it's-
I'm ready. I'm
tell me
ready,
when-
bear.
Just tell me when it's time.
Yep. And they ate like the eyeball of like a sheep or something. And at one point, there's this eagle that flies over colonies, and Will Ferrell's like, I wonder what eagle cornea tastes like. Yeah, and then there's like one of the first nights, Will is sitting there by the fire with the little night vision camera, and he's like, Bear's really mean to me. Like, he beats me when nobody's looking. He tells me to tough it up, but here we are. It's cold and snowy, and we still haven't drunk our own piss.
This is nothing like what I thought the brochure said it was going to be.
Yeah. Like, if you can manage to find that, watch it. It's brilliant.
The idea of the show that we were watching before this all started was Naked and Afraid, and Naked and Afraid came out in 2013, and that was the first kind of extreme challenge scenario show, to where they'll take contestants and they'll drop them off, removing their clothing like no clothing, remove it entirely. They have almost no tools, and they are emphasizing the physical suffering and psychological stress of primitive living. So, and that spawned other television series as well, like more extreme versions of it, like Alone, to where it's self-isolation mixed in with self-filming. And then there's Naked and Afraid XL, which goes from their max challenge on Naked and Afraid being 21 days, and it takes it to a full 40-day stretch. So I've not ever seen Naked and Afraid XL. Naked and Afraid stresses me out enough in certain spots. XL would be like, am I going to watch this person die?
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's kind of like the whole thing of the shows anyway. Can they make it? How will they make it? You know,
Because
the
they got
whole
people
playing on what if.
Because they got people being med tapped.
Oh yeah,
Like people that are out there that aren't gonna quit.
Well,
But
like-
if they don't quit, or if be forced to quit right now, like med tap means they're watching you, the med team's watching you, and you're not gonna do anything to save yourself, but you're
or
technically
you've gotten to a point where it could be dangerous for you.
You're correct. Like people getting to the point of hypothermia because they're just sitting there shivering and can't get a fire going, and there's nothing that they could possibly do as far as like a quick add-on from the production crew to fix anything. Like,
Right.
no, if we don't get this person to safety, they're going to die.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff, and it's all for the sake of And I looked this up. I think it was sometime this last week. I was like, these fuckers got to get paid some money for this. They got to get paid some money for this because I know they've got the PSR, which is your primitive survival rating. It's going to base off of your metrics of what can you do, what have you done, like can you fish, can you hunt, can you forage, can you build, can you fire.
Yeah.
You know, how good are you at providing one of the common necessities for human living, being that food, water, shelter, clothing. And what's the last one? I always forget the last one.
Food, water, shelter, clothing, fire.
Is it fire? Is fire?
Yeah. Food, water, shelter, clothing, fire.
Are you sure?
Because you need fire to boil water. You need it to cook food. You need it for warmth.
Because I think
You need
fire
fire for
might
so
be
many
like in the
things.
primitive survival, but
I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking about.
Sleep.
Primitive. You do need sleep too.
yes, but out there, fire is a necessity.
Well, I will say, like the episode that we watched, it was the City Slickers episode. If y'all want to like watch it after this,
Yeah.
I think the guy would have done better if he would have had a better partner because she was terrible.
Oh, from the jump,
From the
dude.
get go, there was a couple of times that she had kind of a decent idea, like when she smeared mud on herself to protect herself from the sun.
Mhm.
She did a half-ass job.
Barely.
She just smeared a couple areas.
She was scared of getting dirty.
Yeah, it's like
Seemed like
literally
it.
just rolling that shit. Get it caked on thick because it would protect you from the sun. You would be a little hotter, but you wouldn't burn.
Yeah.
And then like their little shelter, it was so bad.
Let's
like
not even call it that.
it was barely a lean-to that almost didn't lean because they were gonna make like a wigwam, like a triangle shape that starts big then gets little. That was their initial plan.
The bad part about this show is also the good part about this show. The bad part about this show is that you're sitting there as an armchair champion.
Well, I've actually done primitive survival style camping. I used to do that quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
So I do have some experience.
Uh-huh.
Would I call myself expert level? Absolutely not.
But that's
I've
also
done
the
some.
good part of it.
Yeah. Because I could easily walk to my car sometimes and go home. That's how I got Lyme disease.
That is so. In these scenarios, you're out there naked. Never done that.
No.
You're out there
I
with.
wouldn't mind that.
You're out there
depending
with
where I was at.
with no tools except for one.
Yeah. Well, I have gone out there with just a pocket knife. Or not a pocket knife, like a Mora fixed blade. I've done that.
Now that's something that I don't know is focused on enough within the show is product placement of the knives.
Right. Well, at that particular instance, I was well within eyesight of the car.
Oh,
Just saying.
because the knives on this show, like knives on Naked and Afraid, are making and breaking how well they're performing.
Yeah. Well, this one they had a machete.
Some of them have like custom made camp choppers.
Nice.
And those are always my favorite ones to see because you can tell, like, this isn't a bullshit knife. Like, I've seen some people come out there with, like, oh, my partner made this for me to take with me out here. And they'll pull out, like, a Becker, like a Becker BK7
Yeah.
kind of thing. But it's been etched on the side of it. That's like some, like, phrase that's been laser etched on the side of it. I'm like, they didn't make shit. That's Becker.
Yeah. So they just etched it.
That's expensive K-bar. What's wrong with you?
Right. Which Becker makes good stuff.
Becker does make good stuff, but you know, I just wish that it would. I wish they would have more product placement because you better believe if I was on a survival show like that, I'd be out there like plugging the hell out of. This is my Becker Knife and Tools BK9. It's a combat fighting machete, and it's going to be good for chopping. It's going to be good for bushcraft. It's going to be good for clearing away the brush and debris in front of us while we're walking.
Yeah, just something. Well, and it's like every episode that I've seen, I don't think I've ever seen somebody that really knew a lot of what they were doing. Because like these people, like they didn't do anything on the walk in except complain and cry and tie some like dead grass to her feet. Like they didn't try to get tinder. Didn't try to get little sticks. They didn't try to do anything on the way in. They just walked. It's like you're passing all this stuff. Because they could have got a whole bunch of that grass, made a tinder bundle, could have got little sticks. By the time they got to where they was at, they could have had the very,
Basic
the
elements for making
the
this
most
fire.
basicest part, the littlest part of making the fire, which is the most important.
See, my wife also has some bitching and complaining about the show because my wife is an avid archer.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking currently, but she was at one point ranked in the world, one of the top 100 female archers in the world.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things to where she's watching them and she's like, they're right over there. Why can't they? I'm like, they got a bow, but they don't know.
Yeah.
They got a bow,
Yeah.
but they're good from me to you on this couch with it.
Right.
You might as well not
Right.
have a bow.
Well, it's like just on this one, they could have done like a feather stick. They could have done so many things.
How
They could have
pissed?
actually built a shelter and faced it the right direction.
How pissed would the viewing community and survivalist world be if I got on this show and made an atlatl and used it to hunt with?
I mean, that'd be cool.
You
I've
ne-
always wanted to play with one of those.
Oh, dude, I love an atlatl.
Like I've never messed with one, obviously,
Like
but I
once
think
you,
it'd be super cool.
like once you get the position of the way
Hold
that your arm flies with it, because they have different lengths of them for
I
different types of bolts.
let me go to the Amazon.
Dude, if you're trying to get like a rabbit, or if you're trying to get like some kind of small game,
Let me
or
go to the
something like that.
Amazon, and by that I mean the .com.
But the big atlatls though, like the ones that can like take down a deer, those things are crazy. Like spear throwers, like a spear chucker for an extra like extra horsepower
Bro.
to your engine.
Bro,
What, bruh?
we can buy some on Amazon.
Yes. How much is an atlatl on there?
Okay, so for the atlatl and 4 darts, $145.
Okay.
Now, if you get just the handle part, it's $115. Which the
Okay.
handle part's the atlatl. Here's an even better one that like looks more ergonomic for $160. Oh, here's a handle for $65. Okay, so if we piece it together, I think we can get off cheaper. I mean, honestly, we could make the handle. Realistically, all we need is the dart
Yeah.
because the handle is just a wood handle with a notch. Okay, so we can make the handle. Don't worry
Yeah.
about that. Let's see what just the darts are.
You can make your own. You can make your own atlatl in the woods.
Yeah, but I mean the
It's
darts.
it's a primitive.
The
form
darts
of-
things would be hard to do because you want to get them, straight.
get you some find you a nice level place and get them nice and hot in the fire and get to rolling.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do all that.
Make you some.
I'm
make you
talking
some-
about
make you
like
some bolts.
now if in a survival situation, sure.
Ooh, I was wondering about something earlier about this because one of the things about watching these survival shows is you wonder just like, oh God, what's going to happen to these people? Like there's some extreme things you're going to have to go through in these situations to where you have unpredictable weather, you have unpredictable bug accounts, wildlife all around you. It's diseases of unknown origins being within the water that you may or may not have boiled just enough.
Yeah.
So here's some things that you might have to deal with on these shows: venomous snake bites and scorpion stings.
Mm-hmm.
The scorpion thing that boggles my brain hole.
I mean, there's more non-poisonous scorpions than there are poisonous.
That is
scorpions.
true, but they have scorpions of all sizes, from the size of your foot to the
That's true.
size of like the opening of your nose.
Right. Well, I mean, that's also
Like
a food
timber
source.
scorpions, like bark scorpions.
Mhm.
They're non-poisonous, but they hurt like a motherfucker when they sting you.
Oh, I'm sure.
But you pull the wrong tree for the wrong project, and you got them riddled with scorpions just living in there.
Yeah.
Just that's a nightmare. Burns oftentimes happen on the shows because of mishandling of fire, or like stumbling and tripping, disoriented from days without food, and you stumble into the fire, causing the second and third degree burns in some situations. Infections are very worst case out there. Because of skin infections and from bloodborne pathogens that can be infected through a constant, constant insect bite.
Yeah.
So that's rough. Parasites. Oh, dude, imagine getting out there getting a worm.
I don't want to.
Just get
Some places there's pea hole worms.
not even just that, like a botfly larva.
We can get darts for $20 a piece.
We shooting
5
peptides?
and 6 foot.
I didn't know we were shooting peptides, bro.
No. For
Wrong, sorry,
for an
wrong.
atlatl.
Sorry, wrong dog.
I'm still researching how we can get some atlatls to play with.
They're fun, dude. Botfly larvas. Have you ever heard of a botfly?
I have.
They're that's not good. Oh God, that's gross. Extreme weight loss and organ stress, because during these 21-day challenges, people can sometimes lose anywhere from 20 to 40 pounds in that 21 days, and that can put the body down into kidney strain and cause like severe system shutdowns within your system, like within your body.
Yeah.
It can, like near organ failure due to dehydration and starvation. It's not exactly a good thing if you can't go out there and thrive. I see quite a few folks go out there and survive, but I don't see many go out there and thrive.
Mm-hmm.
Foot injuries like trench foot from going into like the rainforest and a lot of these overly damp environments and just not being able to dry your feet. The massive insect attacks and mental breakdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all the things that people kind of go through and deal with on the show in worst case scenarios. But I asked my robot to do me a favor, and I had the robot give me an example of one of each of these situations that they ran into. There was a venomous bite from dangerous animals in the Bears All Blood, Sweat, and Tears is a recap special where a person was bitten by a seriously poisonous spider.
Mm.
And if you recall, it was on her butt cheek.
Oh yeah, with the gross guy.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
It caused major swelling, tissue damage, and infection.
Oh yeah, she had straight up necrotic tissue.
It forced her to tap out. The Pain Forest episode from season 9 in Colombia, Angela Hammer suffered very bad burns while tending to the fire because she basically just kind of tumbled into it while she was handling it, which that easy, that quick, boom, severe burns. The Hell on Earth episode was actually from season 1, and this person was one of the first ones that had this happen to them. It was a skin breakdown from a foot infection from the constant wet exposure, and his feet deteriorated to the point that he could not walk.
Mm.
As well as the parasites. They happened if to Laura Zara in the Bike Club episode. She didn't tap out. She had larvae embedded under her skin that later required removal.
Ugh.
You ever seen a botfly removal?
No, and I don't want to.
Tiny. It looks like a pimple, and then all of a sudden it moves.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Ugh. The extreme weight loss ones are always kind of weird for me too, because I've saw somebody lose like 30 something pounds on it, and that I was like, how in 21 days 36 pounds? This is like hydroxycut first time for me. Yeah. The early seasons actually showed a lot more heavy depletion on their bodies and just wearing down. I think that over time and seasons airing, people got watching and kind of learned more from the past mistakes of others as to how to not just completely starve to death.
Right. Well, I think some of my favorite survival type shows were like scenario based. You know, there wasn't just here, just survive. Like there was like some kind of inherent scenario. One in particular was The Colony. They did 2 seasons with 2 different groups of people.
Mm-hmm.
So the first season, they had, a group of strangers. They dropped them into like an abandoned area in Los Angeles, and it was like in an industrial area. Now, I'm sure that they planted some things in and amongst the area.
Mm-hmm.
But they had some of the more notable participants. They had an engineer who was an inventor. There was a guy that was a mechanic. There was like a race car, like a pro car driver. There was ex-military. There was a doctor. There was people that had some actual specialties. It was like a good array of different people, because then you had some everyman. And like the first season, they made some of the neatest things, because they made a bank of car batteries, and they took some alternators and hooked them up to a bicycle to create electrical generation. And then eventually they even made a gasifier, which was super cool.
A gasifier?
Yes. Have you ever heard of wood gas?
No.
Okay.
I mean, yes, but
Okay, so basically what you do, this is my understanding of it at the basic point. You've got a barrel. You know what a double boiler is.
yes.
All right, think of it like that, but it's fire.
Uh-huh.
So you got one barrel with fire, and then inside of that is another barrel with wood.
Uh-huh.
And then you funnel that up and feed it into something.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're not burning the wood, you're charring it, and that's creating almost like gas, and you can actually run like a car engine, because they had it piped over initially into a pressure washer with a couple alternators on it, and that was powering their power bank. And then eventually they scaled it up to where they found a box truck and got it running on wood gas, because the whole point of that scenario was because they were in there like a month or 2. I don't remember exactly. It was like a month or 2. And so go in, survive, and then, try to, leave the area. And so they would also set up like interactions with other groups. Now, the other groups were paid actors. They would come in and they would attack. So you had to focus on security, make sure they wasn't raiding all your shit, because the other people wasn't allowed to hurt you, but they could take all your food and things.
Oh, yeah, so you'd be stuck.
Yes. And they ended up rigging up like electrical fence kind of style gate to funnel them in if they came. Like they had a lot of stuff. They found a box truck full of rotting pig carcasses that they harvested and rendered the fat out of to actually make a bio kind of fuel.
Yeah.
To run. I think maybe that box truck or another one that they ripped the box off and built like almost like a moving base of operations. Like it was super dope. They even made a scout car out of random car pieces that they was able to salvage that they had running on a solar panel they found on a roof. Like they did a lot of intense things during this time.
So they've got so this is more like a post-apocalyptic,
That one was, yes.
like it's a post-apocalyptic, like
That
what if
scenario was like societal collapse.
so societal collapse, what do we do with the remnants?
Yes.
Whereas Naked and Afraid is more as like, hey, could we survive with nothing?
Yep. Because like they made like propane torches, fire pits, water filtration. They made like a makeshift welding station. They made their own cutoff tools. They made alarm systems, trip wires, noise traps, spotlights, obstacle courses. The first season, that group did so good that the second season will piss you off because they did not do security at all. They would talk about it, but they would never do it because they was in more of like it was still like an urban setting, but more like a city neighborhood, whereas the other one was like an industrial complex.
So they would talk about what they needed for security, but never do a thing about what
Yes.
they needed for security.
Exactly. And
So
on
they
the-
would talk about it, but not
Yep.
be about it.
exactly.
Like sitting and freezing to death
Yep.
and talking about how, man,
Yeah,
I'm so cold.
well-
I wish my shelter was better, but yet never build a better shelter.
Yes, exactly. Well, like they had their doctor get abducted from them. Like during a raid, one of their members was taken and no longer on the show because of their lack of security.
That is epic.
Yes.
That is stupid as shit.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'll just have to watch the show.
Yeah.
Where's it?
absolutely.
What does it play on?
Oh, that is a very good question.
And how?
I
old-
originally saw it on Netflix.
Okay, so it's a relatively newer show.
Oh, no. It was like 06 or 08.
That's whenever you were already graduated from high school, Tiny.
It was.
That doesn't mean it's a relatively recent thing, though.
I said it was not recent.
I know. I'm just saying. I should stop dating things by. Well, I was a senior in high school.
Well, it says YouTube.
That doesn't count.
TV.
That doesn't count for anything anymore. That's not recent.
Right. I mean, this is the Discovery Channel.
For some people, it's been 20 years.
Yeah.
You going to it?
I'm trying to see where you can watch it.
Oh, I'm talking about your reunion.
This is 09. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll go to that.
That's 20 year. You might as well.
Because, I mean, I'll just want to go watch or go on People Watch.
Just go and observe.
Mm-hmm.
I still got a year to get in better shape, so I can go looking good.
Well, I went to my 10-year, and it was, you can watch it on the Roku channel for free.
Why did they stream your last high school reunion on Roku?
No. You can watch The Colony on the Roku channel for free. But no, I went to it, and it was fine. Like, I saw some people that was a pleasant surprise that they had changed to become decent people. Some people stayed exactly as I thought. But this time, I'll be the one there with the weed, and then I'll really get to watch people, and it'll be funny.
That is true because it is of the legal variety currently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's no shame in this game when
Right.
it comes to if you're wanting to have an alcoholic beverage, which is legal for you to do.
Right, which we had alcohol at the reunion.
Yes, there was alcohol at my reunion, but we had no legal stuff to consume like that. So this go around,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because it'll be my 20 year next year.
Yep.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
I mean, I hope that we have a 20-year. We might not. And the last time that they were that a 20-year was talked about, they were like, "We can do it at a park," and I'm like, "Please don't."
Yeah.
It's hot out there, and there's bugs.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind if there's outside portion. I at least want to be able to eat inside because I don't like simulating homelessness like the city of Cookeville.
They did do that.
Yeah.
You don't need much of a simulation for it. You just need to drive.
Mm-hmm.
Drive and point. There it is. Drive and point. There it is. Go to the same church parking lot every Sunday, and you'll see in the corner
thing was to get people that got to 10 like for a night. That's what they did.
I know. I'm just saying, like, if you want to see homeless, just go look.
Right. You
It's
can find
out
it.
there.
Yeah. You can literally just like have a conversation with some of them and see what it's like.
The unhoused individuals that are around, are not hard to spot because they're
Nope.
living on the side of the street.
Yep.
Every Sunday, there's this same one that's in the parking lot of the church across the road
The
from
one
the
with the
shop.
wagon.
No, the one that piles everything into like a boma, a protect like a protected.
That's the one. She's got a wagon too. It's blue instead of red now.
Well, they always like some. It's for a few weeks
Well,
straight.
honestly, it's kind of smart to go post up by the church.
They would go. She'd go sit over there, and then it would be about the end of church service, and then there'd be a crew of people come round up a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
Haul her somewhere, maybe feed her. I mean, yeah, it's smart, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, you don't need a simulation.
Right. Right. Well, and it's, I hate to be one of those people, but some of them I'm like, why don't you just get a job? I know there's some of them that can't and need extra help, but there's some of them that, like that one in particular, with as much stuff as she hauls around and puts out and builds up around herself, why can't she go to the shelter? Because we have one of those. And there's some companies that go out of their way to try to give shelter people jobs.
Hey,
And they can get a job.
I'll tell you, just from having the had a relative of Dane and Carly's stay, and he was homeless, and he was by choice, like basically,
Yeah.
because some people do that,
Yeah, I don't understand that.
and that's the ones that in my head are like it kind of, it's like the bad apple that spoils the bunch kind of deal, like
Yeah.
chosen homelessness,
Right.
because you would rather not obey the rules of society. And by God, I fucking get it.
Oh yeah.
Don't mind me. Don't get me started.
Oh yeah, I get it too.
Don't get me started. But it basically is a breakdown of the structure of conformity and control that they feel is required. And once it gets to that point, then it's almost like hard to like even tell them anything or talk to them about certain things. Like I just told him not to smoke in the rent house. And
Yeah.
not but 2 hours later, when he thought everybody was going to sleep, he was smoking in the rent house.
Because
And
he was staying in like your basement area, wasn't he?
yeah, right next to the air intake. So
Well, not only that, well, what I'm saying is he could have easily walked out the side door that was down there.
yes, that was literally what was said.
Yeah, or like if it was really cold, open the garage door
Mm-hmm.
and just go to the garage.
It wouldn't have mattered in the garage,
Right.
But
Is-
it's still, it just happened, and it gave me a little bit more understanding and a little bit more, because it wasn't like he was an awful dude or something. It was just like the idea of don't tell me what to do, but to the extreme.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I have some of that don't tell me what to do in me. Like we all do to some extent, but there's a point where there's some things you just have to do because, if you don't do, then you're not going to have what you need / what you want, because it's great to have what I need, but it's even cooler than just having what I need, having stuff that I want.
Wants are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wants are pretty cool. I mean, and it's not like I want to live this like lap of luxury kind of lifestyle,
Yeah,
but a
I
little
don't
bit
have to be a millionaire, but I wouldn't mind it either.
that's not like, I'm not asking for much. I just
No.
need $2 million and an 8-ball. I just need $2 million and 8-ball cocaine.
I mean, I've said before, if I had $1 million, I'd never have to work a day in my life again.
Really?
I would make my money work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have that. You could have that startup.
Yeah.
That startup. You got to have
Exactly.
money to make money.
Exactly. Because the thing that intrigues me is getting that passive income, like having rental properties.
Mm-hmm.
Because then, unless something happens, that's just income.
Yeah.
Like it just comes to you. You don't have to do nothing. You just have to have a thing. And then you go, hey, would you like to use my thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I would like to use your thing. Okay, you use my thing, but you give me stuff. Like,
We're going through that debate right now currently with my wife, because she's got some land that she's going to take care of the paperwork for, and it will be hers and Spencer.
Mhm.
And we're trying to figure out whether or not it'd be a thing where we would want to lease it or sell it.
yeah.
Do we want to lease the land?
Well, is it just like blank land, or does it have like,
It will be blank land. It's already got power and like water ran to it,
yeah.
but it's only got like a tiny house and an abandoned trailer. So the
Gotcha.
trailer's going to go bye-bye. Tiny
Right.
house might go too.
Right. I mean, you could sell those things. Because somebody will get them just for scrap, if nothing else.
Maybe.
Especially the trailer, because, you got the steel frame,
Yeah.
and then you got the copper wiring.
I don't think it.
unless it's old enough to have like.
I think that it
other
probably got
kind.
stripped a long time ago.
I mean, it could be, but I mean, there's still that steel frame.
True. Maybe you could get some scrap money off it, but it's not going to be anything substantial.
No, but I'm just saying you can sell that and then it's gone. You don't have to pay to have it removed.
It's almost like an acre. So it'd be like, would it be worth it just to sell that, or would it be worth it to try to lease that?
Yeah.
You know, just we could turn it into X amount for an elongated amount of time,
Right.
or X amount for you. So.
Yeah.
It's but it's not a bad problem to have.
No, it's not.
You know what makes me weary about stuff and money? Cars.
Yeah.
Cars. Because my car's fully paid off and I enjoy driving my car, but it's almost got 150,000 miles on it.
Okay. And
I'm just saying.
I mean, that's really not that much in the grand scheme of things.
I don't know how well the newer model cars are going to hold up once they get past a certain mileage. I've been taking proper maintenance and doing things to it.
Yeah.
I don't just run things into the ground. But
unless they're brakes.
Jesus Christ, dude. They were not a problem until they absolutely were.
I remember about 6 to 9 months ago, you saying, man, I need to get my brakes changed. And I even said, well, I can help you do it if you just want to get the stuff.
And then I just let it go because it was only every now and then I'd feel like a warble, and then I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, because it could have just been, price of brake pads.
It could have been, but then I decided that I needed.
You decided you had too much money in your pocket.
I decided I needed all new brakes and rotors. I just decided. And, honestly, too, I looked at the receipting for the breakdown of all those things that he had purchased for me.
Yep.
And the brake pads were not that expensive.
No, they're not.
Brake pads were not. Those damn rotors.
Yeah, rotors where they get you.
All 4 of them.
At least it wasn't calipers, too.
I was so glad about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd have.
Dude, do you know how I had to replace the entire braking system on the van minus the master cylinder and booster? I'm talking wires, lines, brakes, rotors, calipers, all of that, and even a set of wheel studs. Do you want to know how much all that cost me? And doing it myself, $1,200.
No.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, and that was me out there with a rented tool to bend the metal brake lines. It took a couple of weeks.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's still money.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
For working, man.
Yeah. Well, and the thing was, it'd be like, oh man, it just every time I'd replace something else would break. And it was like, okay, so I just got to replace this one piece and then it'll be good. Oh, now I got to do this piece and it'll be good. Oh, now I got to do this piece and it'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just snowballed.
So how's the van now?
I mean, it's fine. It needs gas.
When's the last time you started it and ran it?
It's been a little bit.
You might want to.
Oh, I know.
You don't want to let it die.
Oh, I know.
What if it did?
Then I just charge the battery and just.
Oh, that's true.
It's like mechanically, it's fine.
Yeah, it's old.
Yeah.
It's not got any of that, like, it might die and never come back kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, except for the battery.
I will talk about one more thing that is an absolute reason why I know that I would never attempt a naked and afraid challenge.
Okay. Would it be your too stretchy nutsack?
No, I feel like that could come in handy as both like a heat shield or as a cooling system.
Or a water carrying device?
What do you mean we just got one
cup
pot
to drink out of?
What do you mean we just got one pot? What do you mean we don't have a fishing net?
What do you mean I don't have a soup bowl?
Like, what do you mean I'm going to go fish flipping for food today? Well, and then all of a sudden you see that blur just get bigger.
Like, what is this guy doing?
And then did you hear the sound of a woman scream from over across the...
Hold on. There's one thing we got to get into when it comes to naked and afraid. Okay.
Yeah.
We're dudes.
We are.
As men, sometimes we get randos. That's what I call random boners that were unasked for. We get randos. Wouldn't that be like super awkward because you're paired with a stranger that you've never met? And it's always a co-ed situation.
Well, I'll be honest. I wouldn't so much worry about that right now as much as I would have circa like 15 years ago.
Right. I mean, I'm just saying it would still be awkward.
If I was in my early 20s and you popped me out there in the wilderness, it might not have ever gone away.
Look, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just talking. Yeah. I mean, you know, yeah, I get that.
It's
I thought you were talking about the exposure part.
no, I'm talking about the just like, well, I'm gonna sit down here. Up the leaf brushed.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yep.
There's also the naked and afraid of love, and
Oh,
that is
God.
the meet up with people naked survival challenge.
That would be worse.
And find out whether or not you're compatible with them. As far as because there's this one commercial for it that I saw, to where a guy is talking to a girl and she's like just can't help but kept like looking down because this man is erect.
Yeah. Yeah.
and he's like, hey, sorry, and she's like, oh no, that's fine. And she like to the camera, she's like, I mean, I know that I'm attractive, but like he was.
Yeah. See, that would be so awkward.
And you gotta have
And you'd be like, my eyes are up here.
you gotta have Discovery Plus to watch it.
Yeah. I mean,
Of the streaming services, I'm shocked you don't already have it.
I know. Well, I mean, I've just never looked into if they had one because I used to watch Discovery and the Travel Channel. That was my jam. Both of those.
Travel channels were
The
man.
history went.
Yeah, history turned into nothing but conspiracies and
Well, it turned into
Aliens.
pickers and pawns, and sometimes aliens, and that was it.
pickers, pawns, and aliens and conspiracy shows. Because all of the actual like History Channel teach you shit about history shows,
And documentaries.
they
and-
stopped.
Yeah,
And there's legitimate conspiracy behind that.
I'm sure there is.
It's like the dumbing down of the viewership of not wanting to no longer teach them things but keep them pacified with old.
Look, that's been a conspiracy for a long time that the powers that be are trying to dumb down the populace, and I completely agree with that because I've seen the Next Generation and the one like right after them that's starting. I'm terrified for them.
Crucial war in American history, 1776.
Well, actually, we've seen the next two because we got Gen Z, which okay, sure, and then what's that after that? Gen Alpha.
Oh, poor Alpha.
Yeah, like they are. A lot of the Z's are fucked.
Z's still got some hope, but they're a little bit awkward about
It
it.
depends if they're early Z or late Z. Late stage Z, they are all fucked. Every fucking one of them.
You think so?
Yes. I've not met one that ain't fucked up in some way.
There's a lot of fucked up.
There was a lot of fucking there.
There was. You almost turned into Otto for a second.
Almost did.
He couldn't help it. He worked with a lot of potty mouth people on the construction site for a little while.
I worked at factories. I can still help it.
Yeah. I didn't really ever work with anybody that had just constant potty mouth. Now, I did work with somebody that had a perpetual perversion mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything they said was some kind of sexual.
Yeah.
I can't stand that.
No. It's like some of that's funny, but after a while, it's like, man, can we not please?
Had this guy that I used to work with. There was also a girl that I used to work with, and he was. I was leaving shift, and there was shift change, and he was coming in, and she was on my shift,
Mhm.
and he walked up to her, and she had no physical description whatsoever ever that would describe her as this,
Mhm.
besides her long blonde curly hair.
Yeah.
And he walked up to her, and he said, and he sounds like in my description of him, he's going to sound a little like Hank Hill. This is accuracy.
Mhm.
Oh, not damn old Taylor Swift. I'll tell you, when's the last time you had an old boy behind you hitting it so hard and he pulled out so quick it sounded like water going down a bathtub drain? Just
Oh, God. Now, if you really knew the person, that could be funny.
they were acquaintances at best,
Yeah, you don't do that if you're just acquaintances at best.
and it just rolled over. Nobody ever got. No, she didn't say anything. She
It was probably during a different time too.
Well, she just was
before
like-
people got real sensitive. I
She-
mean, I still wouldn't have said it
well,
if I didn't seriously know the person.
It's just about calling people out for the bullshit, and people are more prone for it nowadays. I don't think it is necessarily as much like a sensitivity to it as much as like
Maybe.
call the bullshit because you can.
Right.
Used to be females in certain positions weren't calling the bullshit because they'd be like, oh, okay, bye.
Yeah.
But in this situation, it was neither of those things. It was literally just disregard the constable.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. I mean, there's a limit of even what I'll say to people that I know, and I've said some things,
don't Taylor Swift.
but it's not to somebody that's just. It's people that I've had conversations with multiple times, and they've said things. So I've said things. So I know they're cool with saying things.
And
Does that make sense?
And most people that
That's
know,
knowing my audience.
and most people that know you have heard you say some things you're not going to hear people say.
Exactly.
You just got one of them. You got one of them
Yep.
things that lives underneath your mustache that just says stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a few times that I've said some stuff and I went,
Oops.
yeah, that's.
That's out my
Shouldn't
mouth.
have said that.
Should have stayed in that brain
And
hole.
there's times that it just come out and it just completely died, and I'm like, I'm not
But-
not calling back to that. I'm letting that go.
You know, case in point, you are a good boy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a little different situation.
I'm just saying, you know it's true.
I don't do well when I'm startled in that kind of manner, okay?
She was just making sure that she knew that you were a good boy.
I am a good boy, and I will still be a good boy.
Yes, because you asked politely.
I do.
You did.
Mhm.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. It has been another week of nerding out with your friends. If you haven't watched Naked and Afraid, it is on several different streaming services. You're only going to probably get to see the entirety of it in its one location if you get on Discovery Plus for the entirety. I've watched it on Hulu. I've watched it, I believe, on... I don't think it was Paramount. I think it was Peacock. So, I mean, there's several different ways to watch it, but I think Discovery Plus is your best option because they have all the varieties of it. Naked and Afraid is just the beginning. Naked and Afraid XL is an offshoot of it. Naked and Afraid of Love is a newer offshoot of it. Naked and Afraid Apocalypse is a hellscape version of it.
Did you know Discovery Plus starts at $5.99?
This is a non-paid sponsorship. Hold on. Information is coming across the air real quick.
Because I was like, I just want to see how
Tell
much
me
it
more
is.
about it, Bob.
Well, I mean, that might just be starting out because this is start free trial, and then this is plans start at $5.99 a month.
$5.99 is with advertisements.
Dude, for that price, I'd be fine with it because I've gotten used to Netflix with ads, as annoying as that is.
Well, I might stop eventually paying for the ad-free subscriptions to stuff because currently right now I'm paying more than my parents ever did for cable.
Right.
So
I mean, you've got several streaming services.
I have all that I want.
The ad free is only $9.99.
Only.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the cheaper streaming services I've seen.
Oh, and there's
'Cause a lot of the other ones are like $15-16.
I bet you anything. It was actually HBO that I watched it on, not Peacock.
And up to 4 devices.
So you're telling me that I can watch all the stuff about sharks that I want to and all the Naked and Afraids?
Yeah,
Because Discovery's got the shark stuff.
yeah, it's true. It does.
All right, everybody. Well, you heard it straight from Tiny. If you want Discovery Plus for the break of days, I'm smacking my mouth.
Daddy.
Oh.
Yeah, Daddy. Smack that
hated
shit.
that shit. If you want Discovery Plus, you can get it starting at $5.99 with ads, and it's $9.99 to go ad free. This isn't a sponsor, just good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
What?